Hello and welcome to Who Dares Rolls TV. It's the end of September. September is ending. I am here. I'm your host Mike B. I've attached my fluffy thing to my mic. Hopefully it's plugged into the camera and that you can hear me. If you were bothered to be around for last week's episode, you will have worked out that I didn't plug my microphone in to the camera. Defective mic and the sound was shit. And well, that happened. Anyway, and I filmed that. I'm going to rant about it. So, another week dawns here. Here we are. How are you? I hope you're well. It's been. I hope the lump, you got that sorted out and stuff, and then got some fuel in the car, did you? I heard a story of a woman had gone to fill 2 carrier bags up with petrol for the petrol station. That can't have happened, surely. I have visions now across the country, probably this time next year in the summer. There'll be sheds exploding. All the people who have stashed all the toilet roll will have now gone and stashed all their cans of petrol next to the said toilet roll. And as the summer sun hits next year, there's suddenly be this sort of parade of exploding sheds across the back gardens in various areas of the UK. Just something to keep me entertained with. Anyway, I've distracted myself here. I hope you're well anyway. I'm good. Work's busy. It's challenge. I'm having to think for change. Ooh. And technically, I'm working for the health service, which means your life's in my hands. Think on that for a while. On that bombshell, let's have a think about what I've been playing. Played. What have we played? So, not a lot is the short answer. It's Friday. I was absolutely brain fucked. I got home and I've been focusing so much on the computer. I was like, my eye is going to fall out. It was not good. So I did go around Bob's and Ben wasn't coming because he got pinged for COVID and there was a discussion and debate that he should fuck off. And then I really couldn't be asked to play a game. So we kind of lounged around and played Mario Party for an hour. So we played that. That was all right. It's not as good as the original Mario Party. This is the one on the Switch. It's okay. We played that. It was entertaining and I didn't have to think too hard. However, board games did get played on Sunday. Played a couple. We had a crack at Snowtails. Which is good. I covered it, I think, last week. Very Flamme Rouge type racing game. You control husky dogs. It's all right. It's good. It's a solid game. For my money, as a real quick and easy racing game to get to the table. I still would go, I think, for Downforce. I really like Downforce. If they ever sell the cut down version in the UK, which they've done in the States, I think, in Target, and you don't own Downforce, that's a really good deal to grab that. But it's cracking, simple racing game, but just enough little betting. It's just a nice re-implementation. Fucking nice. It's a great. I need to fucking say it again. It's a great re-implementation of an old classic game, and it's good, very good. And I saw a restoration of working on Thunder Road, which is kind of tantalising, although slightly off-put. This is news-ish. That the gent behind Esoteric Order of Gamers, he's doing the design, some of the design on it, and the graphic design. That's the word I'm looking for. But they shipped like 4 or 5 boxes, and I'm like, I'm a bit of a fast when it comes to board game purchases at the moment, and I'm like, much as I'd like that, there's a lot of boxes there, and that was a really cheap. You used to be able to get that. Anyway, so Snowtails, we played that. I distracted myself. Good racing game. Downforce is more readily available at the moment, I believe. You can't go far wrong with Downforce. You can get it at a reasonable price, which is what I was going to say before I went down the rabbit hole of me talking gibberish for 5 minutes. We also played Australia. I reviewed this ages ago. It's a Martin Wallace design. It is semi-co-op, I say. Essentially, the idea is it's a cycle to his study in board game. It's set in Australia, and you are various army units controlling ports that you have. It's like a it's a worker placement-ish. You have action selection, you pop bits down, you can do stuff. You're building up an armed force. I'm building a railway track across the desert to get to resources and score points. And you score points also by taking out monsters and Cthulhu type stuff. It's just a really weird mix of stuff. It is very Euro-y, but you've got this whole weird train building, army building, fighting. It's really cool. I quite like the design of the fights. There's card draws for the fights, and that affects on the cards what of your units you've sent into battle will take out or damage the monsters and what you get back. And I'm sure there's some kind of clever math going behind that. So you can play the odds, but it's also push your luck. And you know roughly what units are good against sort of general generic stuff. And it's a weird, heady mix of stuff. I really enjoyed it when I reviewed it. I haven't played it for a while, and Tony the other week mentioned playing Australia, and we got out and we gave it a go, and it whipped along, because we hadn't played it for a while. It whipped along once we were going. And it's really a solid, great design. And really just a weird mix of stuff, and I like it. And it's got this semi-co-op nature in that you're all kind of building your own tracks, and then when the big monsters appear, you kind of hope they go towards someone else. And the end of the game is you score points for what you've done, but if you've not taken out enough of the monsters, they also all score point values of their trebled or doubled depending on their face down or not. It's kind of cool. It's just got lots of really cool shit going on it. The whole randomization of the board is really cool. You put tokens down, flip them, it randomizes the board. It's just a lot of clever shit going on. I do like a bit of Martin Wallace. I've come to him later in my years. But yeah, Australia is really good. Maybe a little bit of a sleeper to point, but under-recognised these days. It's a couple of years ago, I think it came out. I know they did an expansion. They kickstarted that a little while ago. I didn't back it, but I might keep an eye out for that when it comes out, because actually this has renewed my enjoyment of that. So that's what I played. Let's do some news. Here is the news. So it's news, and to be honest with you, there was fuck all. I've looked, and there is no news. There's Gen Con stuff still circulating, but most of that I covered last week, and I haven't seen anything subsequently that's made me go, ooh, I need to share this again. So there's a lot of stuff came out, but nothing is kind of like get me into a sweat or excitement over it. So that's kind of happened. Essence coming, but again, that seems to be a bit of a nothing really being shouted there. I know the only things that pop to mind is, and I've seen it from anyone, is Portal have been pushing Dreadful Circus, which I've covered briefly in a couple of episodes anyway. It's good, in short. And the new June game, which is based on the detective, that is interesting me. More I look and see of it, I'd kind of save it. I know Gale Force 9 have recently been teasing the cut down version of June. It's like a new re-implementation of the June game. We've covered this before. They've been doing a little bit more than some unboxings. It plays at lower player counts. Am interested because I do like June, and maybe more of that June feel, but they get at the table easier but less people. Sounds kind of cool. And their own Betrayal game, which is, I think, sounds an awful lot like Rebellion and the other one, the Arthurian legend thing, which is again gone out of my mind, and I'm not going to bother trying to think of it now. Anyway, Hidden Treasure stuff. So there's that. But news-wise, other than that, it's a desolate wasteland of fuck all, really. So much so, I even went and looked. Well, maybe someone else has. There's news I'm missing. I'll see if some content creators. I accidentally stumbled over Broken Meeple, and there's like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour stream of him and Paul Grogan talking. Which I couldn't. Who watches that for 2.5 hours? It is quite interesting to watch when you see Paul trying to describe to Luke the definition of the word Euro, and as you watch, you can see Luke dying inside.
Define Euro first.
Yeah, because that's the hard one.
Now, if you look, I mean, I did a podcast about 3 years ago with Matt and Tom Heath, Creaking Shelves and Slicker Drips, where we basically defined what a Euro was. I haven't gone back and listened to it now, but my thoughts on it are probably the same, because Board Game Geek actually has a definition of what a Euro game is.
It's not good. And then, recently I was brought to my attention is a Lost video of Tom for the Dice Tower, who I didn't know is a major pothead, and him and Sam Healy were just smoking up a storm. and looking at Dead of Winter.
Lots of stickers, baby.
Really? You had to put stickers on those?
Yeah.
I'm so glad we already got a copy that I already had it on.
Yeah, there's a lot of stickers, but they do look good. I really like. I was.
Sure, you have to put the stickers on.
Yes, I am. Flip page. Look. Assembly. But anywho.
So glad we got a pre-assembled copy.
Oh. So yes, there's that. All these games come from a smoke-free home. I got this. And still, Paul, still defining the Euro for us.
But that's the sort of scale. And at the Euro end of the scale, I generally speaking here.
So that's the news. That's it. Take of that what you will. There's fuck all going on. What do you want from me? If you know news and I've not brought it up, then fucking email me, mike@whodesrolls.com, or Facebook it or something. You know, you're there. This is a two-way thing. You can interact. Go and interact. If I stream this, you could tell me now, but I fucking not. This is bereft. So Charlie has sent me a couple of videos I'm going to be editing for him soon. There is, he's got Unfathomable. Oh, we're back on that one again. Jesus, I could say it last week. Anyway, the BSG reskin with Cthulhu. I believe he's picked or expecting that very soon. He's going to unbox that and do that. Very tempted by it. I'm in a quandary at the moment. I own all of Battlestar, but I'm really at the point of, like, it just doesn't get played nearly enough, and definitely not the higher player counts. And I'm really at that point of, shall I sell it? Shall I sell it? It will, maybe pay off a bill somewhere else. Because it's not, and I'll pick up Unfathomable and be done with that. But I know that I will instantly regret that decision and come to regret it more so over the years. So I'm cooling on that at the minute, but it was a possibility. So there's that. He's also doing another just that Who Does Rolls video, Rolls with the role-playing thing. That'll be out at some point when I know I've got it. I need to edit it. Definitely out, if not this week, next week. And I've got the Godfather review I did to drop. I will be doing Dreadful Circus review. There's that. Me-wise, I've not been really doing much. We watched stuff. I tried to get the missus of The West Wing, which she's not having none of that, but I might just sit and start digging through them again, because that's kind of cool. I do like The West Wing. I've watched it for ages. And that's it. I mean, there's Bake Off started, but we watched half of that. And then I think we had an argument about something pointless and then missed the end of Bake Off. And so we've still got that to do. And it was my wedding anniversary the other day. So I'm late to all of this. Which is 14 fucking years wedding anniversary. There you go. Someone that's endured me for that long. And allowed me to inseminate her. It's a lot to ask, isn't it? Bless her cotton socks. Love her, Mrs. B. Very good. Love her. Lovely, lovely. So there we go. That's it. I didn't even look at Kickstarter, and I don't. There's probably nothing on it whatsoever. Anyway. So this has been Who Dares Rolls Mumbo Jumbo for this week, which has been fruitless, really. I've just dropped the ball entirely in the giving you anything to go on, really. There you go. That's what's happening in board game world at the moment. Fuck all is happening. There's the calm before the storm, maybe. The waves of Gen Con have crashed over here, and Essen is preparing itself to do some Essen-y stuff. There'll be a Twitter feed full of UK people whinging because they can't get over to Essen or can't get back, or it all costs so much and shit like that, and things and nonsense. So anyway, there you go. That has been Who Does Rolls. I think might be. This has been another week of me. There was a discussion on Facebook about me influencing people the other day. Are you influenced? Do you need to seek help? Anyway, I might be. This has been Who Dares Rolls. This has gone on a lot with nothing at all. This is nothing. There's literally fuck all on here, and I've gone on for at least 10 minutes. That's impressive, do you not think? Right. thank you very much. I've been Who Does Rolls and stuff and things, and I don't even know. Like, share, subscribe, and stuff. And I'll be back soon. All right? With some news, maybe. Ta-ta.